Hi, this is Kit Wong, and today I'm going to talk about the WD Gann novel, Tunnel Through the Air. Many traders come to me and ask me what is the secret behind Tunnel Through the Air. They talks about the Robert Gordon and Marie being the representing the planets of Mercury or Venus or Mars, and they have all sort of fascinations. And I think if you want to I think there's a lot of different things to master in the WD Gann field. In my opinion, two of his stock and commodity calls, in which the form reading, which I have published a book called Trend and Anti-Trend, the mechanical system of trading, is one to master. It tells you how to determine the change of the trend very easily in the market. And also I think one should master square of 9 as well before they want to go into the Tunnel Through the Air and try to decode it, because Tunnel Through the Air, trying to decode it is like getting a PhD in for the WD Gann theory. But like there's some other easier stuff for you to master, which you can equally trade well in the market, like the one that I talk about, the form reading, how to determine the change of a trend. And square of 9 is also easier to master and understand than decoding the Tunnel Through the Air. But if you really want to understand the Tunnel Through the Air, I'll give you a heads up. And I think you can try to read I think you can try to read an article for a startup and for a heads up, and I will not take credit for it, because this article is actually written by Peter Ivar Amundsen, and it's called Moonbeam Through the Tunnel by Peter Ivar Amundsen. So I think on the internet you can easily download this article. It's around 3 pages long. After reading it, you understand why he basically talks about what is WD Gann trying to say always by looking back from 1940. Actually, 1940 is not a year, it's the number of days. Looking back from the story end. So actually the story end, if I remember it not wrong, is August 30th, 1932, and it is there's a solar eclipse in New York, where the war in the Tunnel Through the Air, the war ends. So the whole story is looking back from that date, and in details, after you read this article, you understand the structure of this novel, how it is being constructed. Actually, Peter Ivar Amundsen, according to my knowledge, he is a very rich guy and a very successful guy as well. busy guy. He used to set up a group called Tunnel Launch Group in 1996, and there were only like less than 10% in that group, and they have a systematic way to try to decode the Tunnel Through the Air, the novel, and share the insights among the group. And what I know is in later on they have separated in two smaller group. One is researching in NATO's group, and one is researching in non-NATO group. And I've talked to one of the members inside the group, and they said there were 5 members, including Peter, in the non-NATO's group, and then they made quite successful insight in 2001. And after they have studied for the novel 5 years, and they have agreed to end this group because they have long neglected their family. So in 2001 this group is solved, but as far as I know, this is the most advanced group which study the Tunnel Through the Air. And inside that group, actually, Bonnie Hill, I'm not sure if you have came across of this woman. Actually, there's a Bonnie Hill links, which in my opinion is quite good. It has all the different good resources. There's a site where it has all the articles on WD Gann, and what I like most is the one which it has the NATO dates. I reference to it quite a lot too. NATO date. Where is it? It should have. Wait, let me try to find NATO dates. Bonnie Hill. Okay, NATO information. So it has A to C, all the commodities, stock or oil or forex, corn, all kinds of commodities with the NATO dates and time, with location, longitude, latitude as well. Take for example Euro. It has the 1998 31st 12 December, which is being set up in Belgium. So I also take reference on this as the NATO of Euro as well. And in my 2 volume of book, I have explained deeper how this date will affect the upcoming life of the Euro life. So this is a very good link, and as a matter of fact, Bonnie Hill in the early 1990s, he had made a conference in 1994 in the United States to talk about his finding in the Tunnel Through the Air. So I think it is another must-have if you want to really research in the Tunnel Through the Air. It is like a 1-hour seminar, and it has some notes in it explaining some major incident in the book, has some major planet aspects and how it repeat over in the book. And I think this is one of the must-have, and reading the article that Peter Amundsen had talked is another must-have if you want to have a correct start of the Tunnel Through the Air. Yeah, so today I'll end here, and let me know if you would like me to do more YouTubes like this. Thank you.